Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So one of the craziest trade rumors is going on in the NBA right now. That is the talks of Anthony Davis being traded from the New Orleans Pelicans to the Boston Celtics in exchange for like a ton of first-round draft picks. So look at the team real quick here, guys. By the way, man, before we start this video, if you guys can do me a quick favor and drop a like on this video, it would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, man, this is what the team's looking like out here. So we are going to assume that the Boston Celtics would keep their number 3 draft pick, as I don't think a deal is going to get done like before the NBA draft. So I'm going to assume they get Josh Jackson on their team, who I think would be an absolutely great fit for this Boston Celtics team, especially if he becomes some sort of superstar someday, maybe like the next Paul Pierce of the Celtics era. And then we got Anthony Davis, man. That's what we are all here about. Like, this trade just kind of came out of nowhere, and it makes perfect sense, man. I'm gonna talk about it here in a second after I start the simulation, but just like Anthony Davis on this team, I need to know from you guys in the comment section below, especially the Boston Celtic fans, really any fans of basketball in general, man. Do you feel like Anthony Davis on this team is enough to make them better than the Cleveland Cavaliers? Do you feel like this team right here, you guys see it on the paper, man, in front of you, on the screen in front of you, is this team going to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers? My guess is, I don't see why they couldn't. I really don't see why they couldn't, man. Like, this team is absolutely freaking balling out here. This is absolutely crazy. So I'm going to go ahead, like I was saying, man, and simulate this season, and we're going to see just how good this team does, and we're going to talk a bit about it here. Because, like, Danny Ainge, he built the big 3 of the Boston Celtics. You know, he brought in Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen. I think he draft Rajon Rondo, or maybe he was acquired in some sort of trade. Either way, man, Rondo was low-key before he got to the Boston Celtics anyway. So, like, he knows what he's doing, man. Like, he knows what it takes to get these super teams together, or these really good teams, I should say. And, to just, like, if he was able to get Anthony Davis, I mean, that would just be absolutely crazy, because I always thought about Anthony Davis as one of those players that's just, like, completely untouchable. Like, there ain't no way in hell the Pelicans would ever give this man up. I mean, they just threw him, what, a $125 million contract or something like that, maybe even something more than that. All I do know is there's a hell of a lot of money there. And, once again, man, Boston Celtics don't get much respect on 2K, but I guess they're in second place. Yo, Cavaliers actually low-key, man, not doing very good out there. But yeah, guys, I heard about this trade, and, you know, because if you think about it this way, I really don't know what they would do for the cap space, but what if they could, like, get Anthony Davis on this team and still have enough to pay for a guy like a Gordon Hayward? I don't know how the contracts would work there. I'm not sure if that could happen or not, but what we do know is that they do have enough to sign a max player. So for that reason, they should be able to get Anthony Davis without any, like, real cap space issues. So I don't think there would be enough room to also get Gordon Hayward. But man, if Josh Jackson turns out to be a good player, and we also have to keep in mind, I also gotta keep this in mind, guys, Anthony Davis is only going to be like 24 years old. So really, he's still a young blood out there, man. He's still an absolute young blood. And really the idea of, like, when they were going to draft Markelle Fultz is like, well, we're going to go ahead and we are going to build for that post LeBron James era. By getting Anthony Davis, not only are you getting a player that's going to help you win now, but that's also a player that can help you win post LeBron James, because let's say LeBron James has six more really good years left. That might even be pushing it, because at that point LeBron's gonna be like pretty much cracking. How old is he? Like 32, 33? He'll be near 40. Like, he'll definitely be upper 30s. And Anthony Davis in 6 years is just gonna be 30. So it's like, yeah, man. It's kind of going both ways there. It's a guy that they could develop with the Jaylen Brown, Josh Jackson. Assuming Jaylen Brown would stay on the team, I feel like he would probably have to be part of a deal to go to the Pelicans. But then, can you imagine, like, DeMarcus Cousins? I'll be absolutely pissed off, dude. It's like, your bitch ass got traded to the Pelicans here, and then it's like, he's back at square one. He's back at square one with, he's just the only guy there. Now, they get Jaylen Brown, that's something, but it's like, man, those whole plans of that team, even if you were like a Pelicans fan, I'd be so pissed if that were to happen. Although 6 first-round draft picks, I mean, I ain't gonna be crying for too much longer. All right, so we got one more game up in the season here against the Detroit Pistons, and actually, as we're looking at right here, the Celtics are currently in first place. Now, they were in first place last season. We got Bucks in second, so they made big moves. Cavaliers third. So it's going to come down to the Boston Celtics and Cavaliers, I think, assuming the Boston Celtics can get to the Eastern Conference. Like I said, it's 2K. They kind of screw you over sometimes. But similarly through day against my Detroit Pistons, and well, y'all took the L to my Pistons there. It's all good. It happens. So we got Kevin Durant, MVP. Markelle Fultz, Rookie of the Year on the 76ers. And by the way, guys, I was totally cool with this trade, because I feel like Isaiah Thomas, like, instead of having, like, Markelle Fultz in the back of Thomas's mind thinking, like, yo, man, if I don't perform all that good, they're going to ship me out of here. It's pretty much saying, yo, Isaiah, you are our point guard of this team. And I feel like that's good mental-wise to have your point guard thinking that. Lou Will, 6th man. We got Andre Drummond, defensive player. Dante Exum, most improved. Coach of the year, Steve Kerr. And, all right, so I don't see any Boston Celtics All-NBA first team. Anthony Davis, All-NBA second team. So they do have him on there, rocking that number 1195 overall. And All-NBA third. All right, so no other Celtics on there. We got Anthony Davis also making All-Defensive first team. Damn, dude, that boy would be grabbing rebounds too and like bringing that defense that Al Horford doesn't bring. That's why I kind of like the idea of Anthony Davis at center and Al Horford at power forward. All right, we also got Josh Jackson, all rookie first team. So I'm curious what kind of numbers he put up real quick here. And first round, we do have the Atlanta Hawks. But before we do that, player stats. See how it looks out here. So Isaiah Thomas actually still the leading scorer on this team. I'm okay with that. I feel like it would definitely be the best point guard Anthony Davis ever got to play with, and at the same time, the best big man Isaiah Thomas ever got to play with. Did he play with DeMarcus Cousins? It doesn't matter. Anthony Davis is still better. So yeah, he had 23 points, 6 assists. I feel like that'd be a little bit higher with Anthony out there. Anthony Davis still 22 points, 11 rebounds, and again, the 3 blocks. That's really what it comes down to, the blocks and the rebounds, and of course, he's going to bring that scoring. He's just a natural scorer out there, man. He can score in so many ways. And we got Al Horford with the basic bitch 11 points and 5 rebounds. Now, honestly, man, I would consider, like, maybe potentially getting rid of Al Horford in this case. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just salty. It's not even saltiness. It's just, I don't think he's a very good player for all the money he, like, gets. I feel like he's kind of overrated, if anything. But I guess those are okay stats. Just his rebounding in the playoffs really pissed me off, man. And we got Avery Bradley at 10 points, 5 rebounds. I mean, that would bring some good defense, too. Avery Bradley's a really good two-way player. So, him on the perimeter. Anthony Davis, you know, in the paint, doing pretty good defensively. Josh Jackson got himself 10 points. But peep out this guy's 7.4 rebounds, averaging more rebounds than the damn center, guys. That's why I don't like Al Horford. And 3 assists, 2 steals, and 1.4 blocks a game. Man, if you're doing that, then damn, the Celtics team gonna be deadly. We got Jay Crowder, who might actually start over Josh Jackson the first season. I'm not really sure, but I mean, you know, scoring-wise, both similar. Josh Jackson a bit better rebounding, and assist-wise, Marcus Smart doing his thing out there. And I got Jaylen Brown, who I said, like I was saying, man, Jaylen Brown, I'd like to see him go to a different team just because I don't want him to, like, be in the shadow of this really deep team. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, I've seen some pretty positive things from him, but him and Boogie Cousins, that's something going for y'all out there, Pelicans. Alrighty, first round of the playoffs. We do have the Atlanta Hawks. See how this goes? I swear, man, we better make the damn Eastern Conference. I'll freaking, you know, I'm gonna stay calm. It's Father's Day. Who's your daddy, Ronnie? I'm gonna stay calm, okay? I'm gonna stay calm. Here we go. Simulate. Current round. And okay, so we win 4 games to 0, 4 games to 0, or I'm sorry, 4 games to 2. Closeout game, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists for Isaiah Thomas, 17 and 11 for Anthony Davis. So really just a low scoring game, but that defense is really up there, which is really, man, Boston Celtics, that would be, I already said though, man, crazy ass defense. All right, so wow, so the Cavaliers actually fell to the 4th seed. So this ain't even Eastern Conference playoffs, and we still got to get past LeBron James. Now, is that team, they still got the same team? They got Kyrie, LeBron, Kevin Love, I guess Lance Stevenson, Marco Bellinelli's on this team now, too. Alrighty, man, let's see how this goes. I swear, you better beat the damn Cavaliers. If you can't beat them with this team, there ain't no hope for any of us as NBA fans. Simulate. Current round. Please beat them. Please, please. No. God damn it, son of a bitch. How are you going to tell me fucking Anthony Davis not enough? How are you going to tell me this? Are you really mean to tell me, NBA basketball gods, that Anthony Davis on this team, and you think this team gonna lose to the Cavaliers 4 games to 1? Okay? And I don't mean to hate on LeBron or anything. I know he's a spectacular player. But look at this damn team, guys. They gonna score a whole lot more than 84 points. Anthony, Avery, Marcus, Isaiah, Al Horford, Josh Jackson, who I think is gonna be Rookie of the Year, assuming Ben Simmons doesn't ball out on the, or Markelle Fultz on the 76ers for that matter. No, man. There ain't no way that this team is going to lose 4 games to 1 with Anthony Davis. Let me check out the playoff stats real quick, see who performed, see who didn't perform. But I don't know, man. 2K's just something else sometimes. Anthony Davis, 18 points, 10 rebounds. I'm telling you straight up, Anthony Davis on this team would average at least 25 points per game and 13 rebounds, especially in the Eastern Conference, which is notorious for being weaker than the Western Conference. And when you look at the big guys in the Eastern Conference, who do you got? Andre Drummond, who's taking a step back. Hassan Whiteside, he's pretty good. Probably somebody else I'm not thinking of. Maybe a Miles Turner, but I don't know, man. I feel like Anthony Davis would absolutely feast in the Eastern Conference. Freaking feast. And not lose 4 games to 1. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below, guys. Your thoughts on this trade rumor and everything like that. We got the Bucks win the championship. That would be a good change of pace. Giannis MVP, good for him, man. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And peace out, my friends.